Okay, so it's possible that OBS is fucked and I can't stream until they fix it. So we'll give this another try and see if it fucks everything up or not. We're going to attempt to play the demo for Eternal Strands, made by some ex Ubisoft devs, and also helmed by somebody who used to work at BioWare and worked on like Jade Empire and Dragon Age Origins. I used to know more what this game is about, but it's been a while since I bothered looking. It seems to be, that's all my stuff. Don't worry, it's not your PC freaking out. I forgot to turn off DualShock for Windows when my PC rebooted. I also updated my graphics drivers, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, OBS, for whatever reason, ironically now it's only using 45%, but like as soon as I would start recording, it would spike up from like 7.5 to like 15, and then when I was streaming, it was at like 60%. Now it's sitting at like 45. So I don't know. Something seems to be wrong, and I did come across some articles or things suggesting that yeah, because my system was maxed before, and now we're at 61% for everything. OBS is floating around like 45. Game is at like 20, so that's fine. So I fixed something, I guess. Entirely impossible when I went to look up the developer history. I opened up a very heavy website that broke something with Firefox and rendering, whatever. I don't know. That's just when I noticed stuff was going wrong. But yeah, I have seen some like help requests on forums where people are like, "Yeah, no, I just downgraded and it saved me a bunch of resources." Basically a similar issue here. So I don't know what they broke, but their newest update did say like, "Hey, you'll need to update to this version of NVIDIA," and the NVIDIA encoding, the original version has been deprecated, and now they've renamed a couple things, and I just moved over to the new non-deprecated version with the same settings. So we'll see. Hopefully stuff is fine now. So yeah, exciting. Supposed to be big boss fights in this one. I'm not gonna say this is going to be like a Shadow of the Colossus type of situation, but gameplay footage of this looked pretty solid. And this demo is only available for a limited time, by the way, so be aware of that. They will be taking it down. Progress from the demo carries through to the main game. So Bryn seems to be the name of our protagonist. I do not think this is necessarily going to showcase the lead developers' like a BioWare history, but we'll see. When Weaver is born and the next heir ask what we were willing to risk wrangling these capricious lands into hearth and home, our exploits must answer simply, whatever it takes. Maximilian Ardan, founder of the Enclave,
was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse.
This is big Western
The
fantasy
world
so
is calmer
far.
now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day.
These are a
Most
lot of
places
proper
tolerate us if we
nouns
don't
that
stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it has lived up to all I hoped it would be.
a pretty art style.
Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here.
Yeah, like I feel like I've
all big
heard all of these proper nouns before in a different Western fantasy game. Cute.
Thanks.
Bryn, over here.
Bird up. And now for the transition to in-engine. Let's see how it looks.
What do you think?
Oh, static portraits. I didn't expect that.
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the veil, I wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded in tangles. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it. Until now. You have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow.
So are we trying to basically breach into the Enclave?
I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you take the preliminary scouting expedition?
I assume we would be inside the Veil, but it seems to be the other way around.
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other weavers to see how you do in the field. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road.
This is giving me Xbox Live Arcade vibes, in a good way.
And if you make any discoveries, that will endear you to the band.
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too dangerous. Just steer clear of the tangles. Any questions before you head out?
Question hubs, like below, will loop back to ask more questions. The top option continues with the dialogue. Already heard options will gray out. Well, we got dialogue trees. She mentioned the Strand Road. Ask what it is.
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led straight to Denevron. The hub for bartering magical goods. Before the Surge, caravans used the Strand Road to enter and exit the Enclave with their goods. It's been completely submerged by tangles, unfortunately. Still, if we can get any closer to that passage, we will find rare artifacts lost in the Surge.
This might be a little strange, but ask her to explain the scry.
I know the scry is a standard device across Weaver bands, but my previous leader, Aaron, didn't really make use of ours.
He sent you on expeditions without it?
I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he didn't exactly stay close to the table at the camp while I was out.
That's incredibly dangerous. I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah. Anyway, Mind explaining how it works in your Weaver Band?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece which allows me to communicate with you and give directions from the scry table. At the table, everyone will be able to watch your expedition and communicate with you as needed. The last, most important function of the scry is that it allows me to use magic to pull you back to camp when your life is in danger.
Right.
That's kind of cool. That's all I needed to know. Tell her I'm ready to head out.
That clears up anything I needed to know. I'll head to the watchtower.
Glad to hear it. You can head out then.
I need to reach the watchtower, not head back to the caravan.
I'm seeing 3
Those
charges.
visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
I'm seeing 3 charges of what appears to be an Estus flask. Already on it, game. Ooh, we got some fun momentum on your movement. That's cool. Okay, we got aerial attacks. Oh, it's a weird like action adventure Souls like. We got dodge rolls, we got combat on square, stamina, shield on R1. Oh, and then magic. But I don't know how limited that's going to be, so I'm not going to test it out until we're instructed. Observe the mushroom.
The veil. Even more impressive up close.
Or that.
Just this. Should magnify the enchantment and...
Thanks. Got visuals back.
The veil shadow is incredible.
Never seen anything like it.
Yeah, like what kind of mushroom lore are we missing out on? I need to know, Lasada. Oh, okay. I mean, it's worth I mean, maybe I should have observed it first.
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth. The closer you get to the veil, the thicker they'll become.
Yeah.
its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Until now.
Wonder if
Those
there's full
Bouvet
damage.
exports.
You heard our quartermaster. Break 'em open.
Okay, it's telling me to attack, but I mean, oh, you can't roll into them. Oh god, they have their own health. Alright. Materials and charge attacks. All right, we're gonna be crafting at some point, it seems. Oh, that's not a good sign. You can destroy hardier materials. Oh, maybe not. Oh, you can absolutely okay, there's gonna be an entire crafting mechanics. There have been a lot of these types of games that have been putting in a bunch of crafting.
That wall is completely frozen.
Weaver's Grasp. Lifts and moves objects and creatures. A purple aura marks valid targets, while those marked red are too heavy for the current level of the strand. L2 to prepare the strand, hold R2 to cast, release R2 to throw it forward. Definitely giving Xbox 360
Expect
era.
enchantments to act strangely this close to the veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
So if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Oh, 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 oh! Wait, why is it hot over here? Okay, they're doing a bit of a physics sandbox here, doing a bit of Breath of the Wilding. Oh, we got.
Really just.
That was not an ideal solution.
What?
I'm just a little chilly. It's fine.
You've got Lane's vitality tonics with you, but only a few can fit on your belt. Try not to waste them.
Okay. Okay, so we're doing a bit of Assassin's Creed. We're doing a bit of Shadow of the Colossus. So it seems like if you have more than 3 tonics, it just consumes them
Knowing
automatically.
The watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road.
Oh.
What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition.
I do kind of wish that you could see the avatars of all the characters while they're speaking. Oh, I did that the wrong way around. Yeah, I tabbed out to check OBS. And I was confused why the audio stopped because I thought I had turned that on, but no. The climbing is pretty straightforward.
Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Dom's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Aurea?
Nargan!
Bryn, connections back.
Was that a drake?
Yeah.
Pulling you out.
Mira's breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
We can't extract you.
Dom, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return.
Oh. Hi. Do we have iframes? I don't
Get
know.
out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
We'll find out soon, I guess. That works. I wonder if it just throws the object at wherever your reticle is pointed. That would be really intuitive. My brain wants to, like, fling it in a direction, like a physics object, but I don't think that's how it works. I think you just shoot it like a gun.
It's an ash peak drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path.
Okay, we got different types of strands. Ice Wall rapidly freezes water in the air to create chunks of ice, useful for pinning foes of all sizes or creating ledges or bridges. For distant targets, aim at the furthest point and draw the ice closer. Alright. Okay, and we have a little icon on our back. Okay. This almost feels like it's trying to be like an immersive sim. Ah. Oh, hi.
Darn's still working on the scry, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it.
Defeat the wild creatures.
Oria, that drake's acting like...
Oh.
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Actually, you could say this is a little Mass Effect-y. Oh, but you take damage by holding onto the ice. Interesting. Oh.
Nice. Just keep moving.
It's a little goofy. Like, it's cool that you can freeze enemies inside an object like that, but you don't really have a means of like hurting them without taking damage yourself. This is also kind of giving me vibes of that one, like, Greek mythology game that Ubisoft released. It had a very cartoony visual style. It's like a mid-generation PS4 game. Well, it was for everything, but... Oh, bye. Drake's
Damn
neck.
it, Casman was right. That drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast.
I do appreciate that if you accidentally grab one when you're full and on full health, it does not consume it. What does shield do?
Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
Oh, interesting. Kick. Okay, that's for anything that approaches you closely. Close? What am I using my bow for exactly? Just to shoot these guys? Yeah? Alright. It's, oh god, it changes your weapon type. Ah! Why did you want me to use the bow? This is actually really hard to aim with on a controller. There's no auto aim. And now everything's on fire. Oh my god, everything's on fire. Can I... Whoa! There we go. All right, I see what they're going for. Yeah, immersive sim vibes. Oh, are those the explodey things?
Correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards
Yes.
used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
And then we do something like that, and then we grab Orby. No, we're not close enough to grab Orby. Oh, grab you, and kaboom! Okay, yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're literally cooking. Everything's on fire. Oh, okay, we can just grab anything. Whew. All right. Just pay no mind to the fact that this was like a bog. Are we good? Have I oh no, everything's every element is happening all the time.
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
I don't know how I feel about the bow. There should be some aim assist there. Huh? Oh, it does have a bit of an area of effect. I think that's what's going on is
That's the path.
the fire like immediately
Final
spreads
stretch.
from wherever it hits. And the ice starts freezing everything immediately around it.
An ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the Veil.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get...
Alright, so what's the strat here? Freeze the wings.
Hold it off.
Get behind the
We'll
rock.
work on an escape plan.
Okay. Oh, okay, we got ragdolls. Okay. All right. I guess he doesn't really care too much about his face being frozen. Let's try throwing rocks at it. Whoa. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, I'm stuck on the tree. Oh, it's too heavy. All these rocks are too heavy. All right. I mean, that's what I tried to do earlier. It didn't work. And I'm actually a little annoyed that it didn't work.
strangest.
What the? Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
That was weird.
Plans, everyone! Pack up!
You're... What?
We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arc. We need to go now. Up ahead! Lead! Ah! Fine, keep moving! Guys, the arc!
And now we're in the Enclave, I guess. Here's the place where you craft stuff. Definite hub energy.
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
Okay, my string manager keeps freezing on me. It's annoying.
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting. If your wing doesn't heal, our point is out of commission.
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
You sure she's ready for all of this?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
Yes. I have every confidence that she will make a great point.
As long as we don't all die here first.
Dialogue choices guide Bryn's demeanor and explore different parts of her character. There are no quote-unquote wrong choices. She doesn't strike me as the type of person who would give a pep talk. Team is understandably nervous. Offer reassurance.
Our arrival was rocky, but I will do everything in my power to ensure our survival. If we avoid unnecessary risks, we'll be back on our feet in no time.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Veil's shadow, we had no idea we'd end up here. The Enclave was once a safe haven for all Weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation. Since the Veil went up, Weavers took the blame for decades of war. Stories that put children to bed, preached the evils of our magic, all because of what happened here. We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across the Maida to find out not just what happened, but why. Maybe then, Weavers can find our place in the world again. But first, survival. Bryn, that's you and me. Find me when you're ready. Adjourned.
The scry. The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally watching my back.
Day 1, afternoon. Ah, craft.
You've been busy.
When active, Talk provides optional conversations that react to events. Talk never starts or advances a quest.
It's a work in progress. Taking stock and all. We lost a lot of gear running for our lives. Speaking of, are you doing okay?
I'm fine. We all got through it safe. And in the process, we did the impossible. We breached the veil of the Enclave. Land of mystery and danger. I can't wait to get out there.
Treasures and glory, huh?
And bars singing our names.
Then I'd best make sure you stay safe enough to tell the tale. Oh, and listen. We've got your back, okay? All of us. Right now, we need to focus on getting our feet back under us. And you need to get the lay of the land while we do.
Craft. Craft new arms and armor at the smithy. Each design uses a combination of different classes of material, forged, carved, etc. Those materials are divided into slots. The top slot uses the most materials, but has the biggest impact on the item's stats. Materials have properties such as weight, resistance to heat, and so on, while also affecting color. Mix and match materials to create custom gear in both ability and looks. Some quests also require crafting. These live in their own category, but work the same. Provide the needed materials and craft the item to advance. Quest materials are only ever used for one recipe. Okay. Kind of wish I could compare against my existing stuff. Unless that is what I have already. The Codex stores information about the world and the mysteries of the Enclave uncovered through explorations. Codex fragments represent points of data on a subject. When enough are acquired, Lane can research them to unlock a complete Codex entry. I don't feel like I'm exploring that right now. Toggle attunement. Southwall Way Station. The Southwall Way Station was built to greet visiting dignitaries to the Enclave prior to the Surge. The scry housed inside its pavilion was used to communicate a visitor's arrival to the Enclave's governing body in the Spire, while its loom gate was used to quickly transport said visitor from the outskirts. Artificial strands resonate with the energies of the original to allow future study. Huh. Alright. What was... Hold on. Ubisoft Freak game. Yeah, Immortals Phoenix Rising is kind of what this reminds me of. Did I explore everything there? Yeah. Sebastian.
Sev, how are you holding up?
Oh, fine. I mean, I'm trapped inside a magic bubble that's filled to the brim with life-threatening creatures. Also, left an entire known world behind, and I'll probably never see remnants of my past life again. But, you know, I'm fine.
This is getting awkward. Deflect with humor.
Well, good to see you're settling in and totally not catastrophizing.
Oh, sure. It's no big deal. It's not like we lack supplies, and we're completely prepared for whatever awaits us.
Sev.
This apprenticeship is turning into more than I signed up for.
That is completely understandable. We're all reeling.
Yeah. You're probably right. Listen, I should get back to helping Sola.
I was talking with Sola earlier. She is a great listener. Maybe talk to her about how you're feeling too?
I wouldn't want to burden her.
She'd be happy to help.
I'll think about it.
Small journal. Codex fragments increase Bryn's attunement to locales around the Enclave, as well as unlocking lore projects at Lane's archive. Lore! Journals! Damn.
Loom gates must need a massive source of magic to function. Instantaneous transit across hundreds of leagues.
Dom? Hello? Everything okay?
Bryn, you are going to check out the Loom gate at some point, right?
Yeah, of course. I'll get around to it.
Good, good. Why it refuses to function is a mystery we must unravel together. A priority.
Ah, I see he's into an anime nerd shit with his glasses.
Not worried about our survival in an unknown land filled with volatile magic like the others?
Details. There is so much to discover, survival will take care of itself. Or Casmin will insist it does, at least.
He loves the magic.
So, our acting point. Is your heart racing at the prospect of traversing these lost lands?
Can't get enough of it. I grew up listening to stories about the Enclave, enthused at the prospect of living them.
Growing up in Carnhaven, my father told me stories about the Enclave as I fell asleep. It's crazy to think I'm living through what once was just a bedtime story.
Perhaps you'll even become one. We are the first band to cross the Veil in half a century.
I hope history gives our story a more flattering beginning. Not sure I want our tale to start with us tripping over each other as we run from tangles.
I might need to rewatch that opening, because, like, I assumed there would be people here. I assumed that the Weavers, like, sheltered themselves from the war here.
With the most daring point to ever live, Bryn of Carnhaven, no one will remember our wobbly entrance.
Thanks, Dom.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, something else is tugging at my attention.
Loom gates.
Loom gates.
Kind of like Dom. It's pretty good.
I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the Veil.
By the looks of it, it was a one-way ticket.
Well, the Enclave built many arcs and other magical constructs. I've never heard of one designed to repel Drake's breath, though.
You think we might find another arc that could help us escape?
Or possibly repair this one? It must be special somehow. As Aurea said, the arcs never left the Enclave, yet this one did.
We know as much as we can from looking at it. Time to start exploring if we want to find answers.
I do like Lane's design.
Lane, you seem lost in thought. Settling in all right?
Oh, Bryn. Yes, I am. And you? I notice you've been checking in with the others at the camp.
You did? Are you spying on me?
Oh, of course not. It's my vocation to observe. Not just you, everyone. In fact, if you'd like, I can tell you a little about the others. You are newer to our band, after all.
Sev joined just before me. Ask if it's common for this Weaver band to take on apprentices.
Sev is relatively new to the team too. Has Sola taken on smithing apprentices before him?
No, she's never had an apprentice before. I don't know how he came to be her apprentice either. No one seems to.
That's a little odd, isn't it?
Not really. Typically, Ram are very secretive, culturally speaking. Sev may remain an enigma. I wish he would open up, though. I'd like to learn more about his people.
Magic research is integral to any Weaver band. Ask how it progresses within ours.
Before joining, I knew Oria's band was renowned for its top-notch techniques in weaving. Why do you think that is?
To keep a points expedition gear competitive, you need a smith and an enchanter working in perfect harmony. And there's never been a pairing more harmonious than the union of our enchanter, Dam, and our smith, Sola.
They are sweet together.
Did you know Sola is descended from nobility in the Sansa Empire? Shame her family lost their fortune, though I suppose that's why she's so down to earth.
Are both Dam and Sola from Sansa?
No. In fact, Dam hails from Renland, where magic is completely forbidden. I often wonder if Dam's fascination with enchanting would be as obsessive if magic wasn't dogmatically kept from him as a child.
The band seems to operate like a tight ship. Ask them how it's run.
I've traveled with a Weaver band before, but it wasn't quite as functional as this. What makes this one run so smoothly?
The obvious answer is Oria. Not only is she a strong point and leader herself, but her mother is one of the most famous enchantresses of our time. She's grown up surrounded by excellence.
Wow. Still, it sounds like a lot to live up to.
If it is, Oria makes it look easy.
You said Oria is the obvious answer to this band's success. Is there a not-so-obvious answer?
Yes. While Oria runs the field, when it's time for the caravan to move, it's Casmin who takes over. She used to be a quartermaster on the docks of Don Brennick, facilitating relief efforts for the Udean Federation. With the speed she can pack a caravan, it's no wonder that Oria trusts her to take over when it's time to move.
Still pretty new to the Weaver band. Asked Lane how I fit in.
Given that I'm the newest member, how do you think I fit in?
It speaks volumes that Oria trusts you with taking over the expeditions this soon. I would have thought Casmin might take over in this interim period instead of you.
Casmin?
Up until about 6 months before you joined, Oria was training her to become her replacement as point. It was going well, then out of nowhere the training ended, and Oria began searching for a new point. I don't know if it was Oria's decision or Casmin's, but either way, I suppose it's all for the best. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Casmin hasn't been the most welcoming towards me. I wonder if she could be upset that I'm the new point.
Knowing Casmin, if she has a problem with you, it won't be long before she confronts you about it.
Great.
I didn't come over to talk about the other Weavers. Ask Lane about themselves as a person.
Lane, offering insight about the others is nice, but I came here to talk about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to know, really. I suppose I'm the typical third child to a second son of a patriarch of a minor mercantile house in Judea.
Ah, yeah, typical.
What?
I've enjoyed the experience of growing up in a family embroiled in feuds so long-standing that no living relative can recall inciting incidents firsthand. At a young age, scholastic endeavors became my escape from the familial turmoil until I could finally leave home, and so on and so forth. Nothing but a classical presentation of third child issues in a Udean mercantile family.
Right. And how are you feeling since we entered the Enclave?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. Nothing's really wrong, but never mind.
You sure? Whatever's on your mind, I'm happy to listen.
Yesterday, entering the Enclave in our lifetime seemed impossible, yet today, here we are. It strikes me as an opportunity that was profoundly easy to miss. That's all. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Oh, this area is a lot larger than I expected. I guess we'll look around for journals.
Your tent. Might not be glamorous, but you can rest here when you're not gallivanting on expeditions.
It's perfect.
Don't know about perfect. I could have done a better job if we didn't lose half our supplies when we passed through the Veil.
Seriously, I didn't have anything close to this in Aronsband. Half the time I was lucky if I didn't sleep on dirt.
Huh. That's... unfortunate. I'll leave you to get settled.
Okay, so we can store our resources in here.
I am itching to get out there, but Aurea wants to talk to me first.
Aurea can wait. There are journals, pet. The bison? Fantasy bison. Oh, shattered mirror. The frame styled in Renland fashion from decades ago. Logbook. Lists of names and dates innumerable. I don't really see what that journal was before. But I don't want to open up that can of worms. This is just a demo and I don't want to spend, like, demo time. Like, I'm already thinking, like, I kind of just want to fight, like, a proper boss to get a feel for, like, what the gameplay loop is going to be like, and then I think that's going to be enough for me. I don't want to spend more time reading stuff than playing. Like, already this is a lot of dialogue, but again, it is very much the start of the game. Change equipment. You're equipped at Hasman's Caravan will be the loadout Bren takes into her expedition into the Enclave. Loadouts can be changed at any time at base camp, but cannot be swapped while in the field. Okay, so we do have the mundane bow and the sword and shield. We can get two-handed weapons later. And then it looks like there was like a mundane armor set that I think we could get.
Hey, Casmin. Recovering from our wild entrance into the Enclave?
Save it, okay? I know I should have been more prepared to move.
Hold on, that's not what I...
If I had been more prepared, we wouldn't be missing half our supplies. With more supplies, I could have done a better job patching up Aurea's wing. If I had fixed her wing properly, we wouldn't be in unknown territory with a point who...
Whatever it is, just say it, Kaz.
You're no Aurea. I'm sorry. But she has more experience and who knows what's out there.
I lack an experience my team makes up for. A reminder that we're all in this together.
I know my job is important, but we all have a part to play in our survival. I know you can do yours. Trust that with everyone's help, I'll be able to do mine too. I'm not in this alone, Kaz. Neither are you.
You're right. It's just that Aurea has been point for so long. I need to give you a chance, though. I'll try.
That's all I ask.
Alright, what's the plan? Oh, we gotta talk
I
first.
was impressed by how you handled that Drake outside the Vale.
I wasn't. I wanted to have an actual boss fight.
A little terrifying, I will admit.
And I'm annoyed that freezing his face didn't seem to do anything. That hitbox, if that is something that you can do, that hitbox should be a bit easier to seal up.
But you kept a cool head and didn't let it get the better of you. Not everyone can do that.
Blazing a trail.
So after all the legends, this is it. The Enclave.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us trained under weavers who were born here. Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
She seems sad. Sympathize with her that she's missing the first expedition.
You must be devastated that your wing is holding you back.
I can't deny that my heart breaks at the prospect of being stuck behind the scry. But knowing I've found the right replacement helps. Besides, this wing won't keep me down for long. I'll be back out there soon enough.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. For your first expedition, we need to get the lay of the land. Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map of the Enclave to help us get our bearings. It's 60 years old, pre-Surge. No chance it's accurate, but that's where you come in.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station for caravans entering the Enclave.
Yeah, so that kind of suggests that the Surge is what pushed people out of the Enclave. Clearly I wasn't paying attention to the intro well enough. I was distracted by all the proper nouns that they were throwing around. When there are too many, like, fantasy terms, even though they're not, like, complicated, just the nouniness of things is just kind of like, all right. This, I mean, this is why the Codex exists, but...
Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. I've scanned it from the Overlook, and we've got 2 landmarks of note. A second loom gate, and what appears to be a giant statue, possibly an ark.
A boss.
You can see it from here? Must be massive.
If either is functional, Dome will throw you a party. I'll be with you on the scry. With fewer tangles, we're hoping the connection will be stronger. The path is down by your tent.
I'll head out now. So this is a loom gate. It's taller than I expected.
Fast travel.
The Enclave constructed these for transit. Oh, imagine being able to travel leagues instantly. If only it were working.
There's no sign of damage. It just seems inert.
Deactivated, perhaps? Or simply lacking the energy such a powerful enchantment would need.
You'd know better than any of us. If we could get it working, though.
Oh, the possibilities. All the places we could go. Oh, to hold the hand of my most darling wife as we whisked around the Enclave. Metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously move people one at a time. Too dangerous otherwise, I imagine.
Uh-oh. Star Trek teleporter incident. No, they are sweet together. Compliment their collaboration.
You're cute together. It's great to see a couple that shares such a love of their work with one another.
Who could have it any other way?
After being together for 7 years, we're bound to have something in common.
Come, my love. There must be something in the archives.
All right. Let's get to it. Oh. Flintwood Hollow, tree laden and wild. Also polygonal. Okay. Soundtrack has given me Guild Wars vibes. Okay.
I've got you clear as a sands of summer, Bryn.
No interference from the Enclave?
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Vale.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying having to Southwall Rise. We got a map. Okay. I'm not gonna suggest that this is a sandbox game because I don't think it is. Again, I'm feeling like GameCube, PS2 era. So defenses are slow and deal reduced damage. But yeah, like PS2, GameCube era action adventure games, but also a bit of a like Xbox 360 era. What is this? Spectacular vista. While the surge clearly struck the Enclave hard, the maps remain generally accurate. Yeah, definitely retro in some ways. Again, in a good way. Oh god. that was a large reaction for not a lot of damage, thankfully. But yeah, I will say I'm not enjoying the compulsion to destroy all these things. Especially that they take multiple strikes. I wouldn't mind it as much if they were one hit and done. Ice pins foes in place for a time, control them to reduce pressure during encounters. Alright. Hello.
And we're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
That was a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Combat is a little clumsy. I'm gathering that I'm supposed to be using the environment more. Oh god, we got a new type of... Yeah, okay, we got... attack traits for materials. Yeah. Not a fan of crafting in games. This is a weird, like, genre obsession that I've never resonated with. Hand-drawn map, water-stained and frayed, yet Enclave paper was always so strong. The point.
Fresh water in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
The point. What a beautiful view.
I wonder if I can pick up and throw ice. Hello, doggy.
Hydra's Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
Yup. All right. So my concern now is that, I don't know, the system is a little awkward for having to constantly, like, use your radial to change. I don't have a better suggestion as to how they could, like, improve that, but it's really unintuitive considering how much it almost seems that they expect you to switch between your various powers. Ow. That was a sliver of health. It looks like there's already a purifier or a pump here, actually. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Yeah, let's not have you to worry about. And you. And then we change over here. And then we grab that. And then we go bam. Those who die while on fire or frozen are considered tempered and have a higher chance of dropping rare materials. Okay. Are you... Oh, he just died from the ice damage over time? Huh. Okay. I guess I can just freeze enemies and leave them then. I'm hearing noises, but I think that's just the ice breaking. Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. They did mention on one of the loading screen tips that invisible camouflaged enemies can be revealed with hold. Yeah, the gameplay loop is enjoyable. I just the material gathering. These crates really should just be one hit and done. And maybe the reason for that is so you can pick up crates and throw them at people. Oh god, you can destroy like everything. Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. No, these are two, so what if we... Oh! Alright. Well, that didn't seem to do much. Oh! What? Does that work? Yes, it does. All right. And my magic's separate from my stamina, so, whoop. Hello. Hi. Okay. Oh, our inventory's full? Oh, this is not nice. I call a fur. Well, softwood seems to be everywhere. So is iron. We got a bunch of iron before. Let's drop the iron. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, that stuff is pretty common. Where are we going? This is a lot larger than I expected. I wish it kind of gave me a location for that fast travel point. I don't see any reason to backtrack. Bye. Oh. Yeah, that works. That's the thing about immersive sims. I did not expect that's what this game would be. But yeah, they get a little kooky depending on how much freedom the developers give you. Woo. Oh. Bye. No. Bye. Viridian wood. I mean, that seems to be rare, so we should probably grab it. Oh, this is getting difficult. Crates. Guess we'll get rid of the leather. Oh boy, everything's on fire. Started a forest fire. Ah! Ah! Oh, 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 what's spitting at me? Ah! What? Is one of those invisible guys?
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Oh, yeah.
Dan will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison it.
I like Dom a lot. Oh. Pull off. Oh, you can catch them out of the air. All right. That's great. Brown linen, softwood. Brown linen. Or rich boulders. Sure. You know what? I wonder if it's actually faster to just do... Oh yeah, okay. The question is if that actually gives you resources or not. Hi? Oh. There's Lake.
This must be Hydra's lake.
Hydra. Alright.
Lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
Rough leather. Bam. Bam. Darter hide. We should probably grab. You know what? Umbral darter. Let's get rid of the cotton, the linen. Oh yeah. Rough leather. I think we gave that up earlier, right? Yeah. Oh. No. Oh, hi. Vexed cambric. Oh, hi. Oh. Ah. 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 Yep, just throw it at the ground, I guess. Did that kill it? Oh! Nope. Ah. Ah. Wonder if that's something you can wash off. Oh, sorry, Lysata, I missed your message. What is a pet peeve for you? I kind of turned my brain off for a bit. So this is gonna damage me over time, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It's very common in games that have these types of systems. Like, increasing your inventory size is like always one of the like earliest upgrades you're gonna do, so. Oh. Red iron. We just picked up something that we're gonna throw away in a few seconds anyway. Ooh. Glowing chests contain rarer loot and materials and emit a soft sound that makes them easier to identify. Oh man, I'm getting really lost in the weeds here. So there's a doorway there. I do think it's cool how large the map is. I guess my question is, I'm not understanding why it needs to be as large as it is. Unless there's going to be a lot of foraging later, which has me worried. Okay, let's try and focus on our objective here. I'm assuming we want to go in that door. Ooh, hello. Diplomatic agreement. A letter approving entrance to the Enclave for a group of Tazan workers. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Goodbye! Yeah, for me, oh god, what is it even called? The Might and Magic game for the 360 is still probably like the coolest immersive sim to me. Oh, this is a bunch of good stuff. Arc of the Arbalist. Okay, so those are the archers. Well, that's common. Fleeced hide. See, my thing is, like, I don't know how I got this, to be honest. I probably just, it's probably from like that rock I was attacking. Ceremonial kindling. Material for starting a fire. Specially treated to ensure a fearsome blaze. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about the gameplay loop of like going out here, foraging for a bunch of random materials, and then going back to the base. Like, I kind of thought that they would almost be going for like a Monster Hunter vibe, almost. And maybe they will. Maybe most of the armor sets, like the good ones, will be based on the bosses that we'll be fighting. I guess we'll keep going north. Great Arc near the collapsed mine. Okay.
I was right. It is an arc. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll get a closer look.
Opportunist's Mask. Designs for crafting have a glow and audio indicator to make them easier to find. Collect them to unlock new gear for creation with Sola. When close to a surface, you can also press triangle to climb. This behavior can be toggled to default in options. I'm not sure if I should be worried that its veins are glowing with purple energy when I climb on it.
An arc of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Too bad. Strange that it's just standing there.
Maybe the second loom gate will tell us more. Enclave constructs are believed to be interconnected in many ways.
Feller's Arch. Oh yeah, I made the right call. Ow. The fall damage is a little silly. I appreciate that the damage isn't much, but the reaction is a little over the top. Oh. Is that it on the map? I'll just keep going up here and then I can work my way downwards. Oh. Oh, you can even just lock on to people. That's nice. Coral growth. Like outside the Veil, this strange mineral has overgrown the rock, pulsating with magical potential. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much reason to actually fight things with your sword so far. I do hope when you upgrade your weapons that changes. Uh-oh. Oh, you can roll when you land on the ground to avoid screaming. That's nice. Oh. What's the charger magic? Oh. Ow. Steel.
A set of schematics. Tarmakind smithing? Maybe Solar would know.
What do I drop now? Well, the hide seems to drop more commonly, so we'll drop that. Oh, it seems like it's up this way? Yeah. Okay. Architecture seems familiar. Posted warning. Care. It's bad, here's some X. Blurring caution in shorthand. They just wanted to keep their loot from us. How rude. Okay, we're gonna need some kind of Baphomet to put in there.
This must be the second loom gate.
Long
What's
distance.
covering the base?
I'll check it out.
Do you mind? Do you mind? Sir. Can you, like, over here? Thank you. Long discarded staff. Scaled for an arc. Still thrumming with magic despite long years of sediment. I'm kind of surprised that that wolf didn't come to chase us down.
A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Taza.
And he's gone. Good news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the Wisp working.
The wisp?
Watch as Wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
Watcher's Wisp. Press up on the D-pad to conjure a wisp. Oria will consult with the team and maps to guide it in the general direction of your closest objective. That's nice. There is definitely a little... I'm gonna say Monster Hunter.
There.
Because
With the debris gone, this loom gate doesn't appear to be in poor shape at all. I should see if the others have any ideas for this.
I know there are other games that have mechanics like this, but this just reminds me of the Scout Flies.
I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
So not... Ow. Ah! Bye! I do appreciate how much mischief you can get up to. There does appear to be a cooldown on it. Having some kind of movement ability would be nice. Like a Genshin glider. Oh! I figured it out. Oh, shit. Well. Oh. Oh, hi. Hi. God damn it. Oh my god, this is this is not great. Well, let's just deal with you the old-fashioned way, shall we? Oh, he's already dead. All right. Oh, hello. Just have to climb up here. Yeah, so I'm supposed to use that fire bloom to heat up that cave. But I kind of fucked that up. Is there another one around here I can schlep over? There's treasure and lore. Mycologist tools. A worn satchel and rusted curved blade. Once a forager set. I'm just wondering if the if that fire bloom will respawn for me. No. Doesn't seem like I could be so lucky. No. All right. I guess we're gonna freeze our butts off. Woo! Eh. 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 Oh. 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 Are you the only one here? Oh. Very nice. I'm assuming there would be ore in that rock. Opportunist bracers. Do I just climb up there? I'm assuming that once we get back to camp, we're going to find out a way to activate the loom gate. What? Huh? How is this a shortcut? Uh-oh. This is not the way back to camp. Unless it's inside this cave.
That should be it.
Ah.
According to my map, it's a man-made tunnel that grants easy access to the way station.
Well, there you go. Didn't expect that that it would
Bryn's back.
curve.
Let's fill her in.
We believe we found a way to activate the Loom Gate in our camp and in Glintwood Hollow.
Yay! We'll make history gush with anticipation.
Skies, what are we waiting for? I want to be the first one to travel through a gate.
It will be a defining moment of your career.
So, how do we repair a loom gate?
What made the Enclave remarkable was not merely their constructs, but their ability to power them.
Oh, hold up. My stream manager paused again, but everything seems to be okay. Oh, game?
It has long been rumored that beneath our very feet exists an extensive magical network known as the Tapestry. The pipe you found in Glintwood Hollow is proof of its existence. It must be a conduit that directs raw magic to the loom gates as a source of power.
And the tangle that formed around it was a leak.
Precisely. Our theory is that patching the rupture will restore power to the gate.
Thankfully, Seven Lane have a plan for that. We don't know a lot about arcs, but I dug up some old stories from logs that we inherited from a weaver band that broke apart. In notes dated before the Surge, this band managed to get one of the enchanters who worked on the arcs riotously drunk and talking.
Apparently, the arcs have a thin carapace between their skin and their armor plates that's nigh immune to magic, and can be separated in segments. A magically resistant material like that would be perfect to seal a rupture in the tapestry.
So I need to cleave this carapace off the arc. There's no way my sword is strong enough.
Come see me and we can make some improvements to Sola's forge. Which, in turn, means...
I could hone your sword so we can cleave the carapace, no problem.
We'll talk.
Great foresight in removing the debris from the Loom Gates platform. We've got a clear workspace once the patch is forged.
Happy to be one step ahead.
Everyone's got a part to play in this. Let's get to work.
The real problem with limited inventory space early on is, like, I've been prioritizing the rare stuff. But if I end up needing the common materials to upgrade my storage capacity, that's going to be a huge pain. Bryn records all of her objectives in her journal. To open it, press the options button. In the body of the journal entry, Bryn often records additional details about her objectives. Reforge the sword and shield. Complete treading water. Day 1, night. Consult with Casman to learn about improving the base camp. Okay. Well, this is going to be a lot of talking. I'm kind of not in the mood for it. So I think I'm actually going to end there. I enjoy what I've played so far. But the gameplay loop isn't super compelling. Especially with what I've seen in terms of like hoarding all the materials and stuff. So this is not a game for me personally. Dark Messiah is the really good immersive sim that was on the Xbox 360 and also for PC. But yeah, that was interesting. I might check out more of it on stream, but I'd personally rather spend my weekend wrapping up Mika and the Witch's Mountain. Interesting how closing the game has caused OBS to spike its GPU usage by 20% from like 45. It's now around like 60, 65. That's strange. I'm also not super motivated to stream when OBS is behaving like this. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna end it there, and probably stream Mika and the Witch's Mountain tomorrow, and then might take a break for a little bit. Although Monster Hunter, oh god, and OBS is updated just in time for the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Oh, that's bad. That's not gonna give me an accurate. It already isn't gonna be accurate of what the game's gonna be like at launch because the performance improvements aren't gonna be in that. But the fact that OBS is now behaving strangely with my GPU utilization is not reassuring. Ah well. Take care of yourselves and have a good night. Peace out.